Welcome to the Aiguille du Midi here in the French Alps, nearly 3,800 meters tall. Right there is the summit of the Aiguille du Midi, which you can summit by taking public transportation. You can take the highest cable car in the entire world all the way up here from Chamonix, which is the town in the valley right down there. All the way up here, it takes you about 30 minutes, €69 for a round trip for one. But if you decide to come here for a few days, you can take a multi-pass. This is a 360 VR video. That means you can look at any direction you would like. And I'm doing it on purpose because today is a crystal clear day. And you can see 3 countries. We can see France, we can see Italy right over here, and then Switzerland when we continue walking around. It is amazing, mind-blowing views. Mont Blanc is right near by us right now. And this is, you saw those cable cars earlier, those cable cars take you on a panoramic ride from the Aiguille du Midi all the way to Italy. Yep, you can go to Italy for the afternoon if you wanted to. Down there you'll see a lot of people hiking, trails all around. And then this is the extent of the Mer de Glace, the huge glacier that people used to think it was a frozen dragon or some type of supernatural creature because it kept encroaching down into the town, getting very close to Chamonix all the way until the 1700s. People were actually worried that the glacier was going to overrun the town, but that never happened. Now the glacier is quite doing the opposite, it's receding. So it's receding all the way over there. And there, we're starting to see the cable cars. Now, not just the nature here is mind-blowing, but it's actually the engineering marvel that is this. The first refuge here was in the mid-1800s, and then they just kept building and building and building until we have this. So let's walk around and show you the beautiful views and the modern engineering marvels that is the Aiguille du Midi. Right here they have demonstrations on tying ropes. There's guides throughout the day that do demonstrations of rock climbing, tying knots. They do it in French and English. I think they may also do it in Italian. I'm not 100% sure. Here's the southern needle. So the Aiguille du Midi means the noon needle, the needle of the noon. That's because when it's noon, it kind of hits directly on this north needle, and you have a perfect view. It's kind of like the Stonehenge of Mont Blanc. Right here we have Mont Blanc.
Et après, alors ça continue à faire des bosses, on ne devine pas, mais pour le mental, quand on est là-haut, c'est assez dur parce qu'on gravit la bosse et puis on se dit bah c'est la dernière et en fait bah non, il y a encore une. Et ça fait bien 2 ou 3 fois, et quand on arrive à 4006, 4007, l'altitude, et ben, l'altitude se fait bien sentir et ça commence à être dur, on en a plein les pattes.
If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Ariel. This is a show that I call Urbanist. Now, we're not really in an urban environment, but it's kind of crazy. I got here all throughout public transportation, and I need to ride a car once. Yep, literally public transportation. No immense hikes, no immense car rides. It was very easy to get up here. Mont Blanc, right there, 4,800 plus meters tall. That's 15,700 plus feet high. It's taller than Mount Rainier in Washington, the tallest mountain in Europe, among the tallest peaks in the world. This is about half the size of Mount Everest, though. Yeah, Mount Everest. We can even see the moon over there. That's crazy. But you could just imagine Mount Everest, yeah, crazy high. There's an airplane flying overhead. Helicopters we'll see in and out. Mont Blanc was first summited back in 1786 by 2 guys, Jacques Paquet and Dr. Picard. They both summited over there upon a reward that was given by alpinist researcher by the last name of Saussure. And that unleashed an entire industry of mountaineering. So you can see there's like a connection here between the needle and the base. And there's an earth cam right up there, or a webcam, and people climb this. I saw a couple earlier climb this. Now, many thousands of people summit Mont Blanc per year now. It's quite common, but it used to be known as one of the most dangerous peaks in the world. People thought that this was the realm of demons, so people did not want to climb mountains before the 1700s. Somehow in the 1700s, people started getting the appetite for mountaineering. Once those two guys got up to the top in 1786, August 8th, it unleashed an entire industry of mountaineering. Hundreds of peaks were summited all around in the 1800s. A lot of them were actually Englishmen because the first alpine societies were over there in England. They would travel over here. You can see that there's ice crevices here. That's the most dangerous part of Mont Blanc, is if you're climbing here. Actually, if you start here from the Aiguille du Midi, which there's a few passageways which you can actually come out with your hiking gear and continue forward. It's actually the most dangerous route. The most easiest route is further down on the other side of the mountain. The reason it's so dangerous is you gotta go through here, but there's ice crevices here because you're walking parts of it on top of a glacier. A glacier that's melting, by the way. So, at any moment, you can see what looks like normal footing for a snow-covered glacier could actually be a very, very deep crevice. Now, people fear that there's something worse. They fear that there's actually a lake contained within the glacier. Back in 1892, one of the other glaciers on the other side burst and flooded the nearby town of St. Gervais. Up to 200 people died. And it was because there was a lake contained within the glacier.
Donc si vous allez au Mont-en-Vert, dans la grotte de glace, vous allez toucher de la glace qui a entre 200 et 300 ans à peu près, c'est un râteau. Et il y a 200 à 300 ans, la glace...
So here's all the different peaks you can get on. Mont Blanc is 4,810 meters. We have the Cosmiques. And now let's continue walking through the tube into this complex. I'll show you more of the complex and I'll show you the hiking path and the bridge that connects the other needle.
Après ça sert, quand on y a déjà passé une demi-heure.
Helicopter right over there.
Ouais, après on a un timing un peu à tenir aussi, donc après en fait il y a tout le temps quand même un petit peu du vent, on va se refroidir, etc. Donc en fait on n'y est jamais vraiment monstre bien quand même, un peu fatigué, etc. Donc on descend, on n'y passe pas 3 heures.
Now we're entering the tube, a very strong steel tube. Load on the pipe can be up to 8 tons per meter square, so it's a huge load. 3.33 tons per suspension strut. 64,500 kg tons of steel.
Next departure to Chamonix in 5 minutes. Voici votre partenza per Chamonix a 5 minuti.
There's something here. Great thing about 360 cameras, I can sneak in. Not sure what's in there, let me know.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Pour vous éviter de l'attente et vous faciliter votre retour pendant cette période d'affluence, nous vous conseillons, une fois votre visite terminée, de redescendre sans trop tarder sur Chamonix. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. To avoid waiting for your return to Chamonix during the peak season, once you have finished your visit at the Aiguille, be advised to
Coolest windows. Wow. Here we have some footage of the very first, not first, but mountain climbers back in the early 1900s. Wow. And these guys didn't have like Gore-Tex as we have nowadays with like clothing brands like Patagonia or Columbia or Arc'teryx. If you're talking about American brands, there's a lot of French brands as well. They didn't have waterproof, windproof, insulated materials that were super light. No, these guys had to use cashmere or furs or whatnot in order to get up there. And then also their hiking gear. You know, a lot of people take the clothing aspect for granted. it's all nice to say, oh, I can wear some cashmere or some wool or some alpaca or whatnot. And yeah, those are great materials, but the innovation with these light materials is on another level. They're super light, but they really insulate. And they're also resistant to water. The fact that you can then wear a waterproof jacket, this is not as waterproof, there's ones that are even more waterproof, that the water just slides off. It's an engineering marvel. So this is what people thought that the Mer de Glace, the Sea of Ice, used to be. They thought it was a dragon. Frozen dragon. The reason they thought it was a frozen dragon, as I mentioned earlier, is that it was encroaching onto the town. So a lot of people are kind of panicking, saying that the glacier is melting. The glacier has receded and has grown in and out throughout the millennia. It's not really nothing new. It's just that within our human lifetimes it might seem shocking that's receding. So here we have photos and more of the history of how they built this. And let's go to an exhibition I wouldn't normally go to, but I'm going to do it for the video. This exhibition tells you all about altitude sickness, which I don't think is quite the most pleasant thing to experience when you're here. I rather learn that when I'm down in the ground. The fact that they have sound effects of beating hearts doesn't make me feel better, but we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, at least you can experience this from the comfort of your own phone or VR headset. So here it says hypoxia is a physiological phenomenon triggered by altitude. At Everest is 30% oxygen available in the air all the way at Everest. Mont Blanc is I'm getting lightheaded even thinking about this. Every step is rather breathtaking. 60% at Mont Blanc, 65% here of air. Luckily I have lungs of steel on all that walking. More than 5,000 meters is considered very high altitude. Permanent life is impossible. You can't live at more than 5,000 meters, no matter how much you try. You heard that right, Elon Musk. Right here, temperatures go down 1 degree Celsius every 150 meters. Ultraviolet radiation, that's why I saw some much more experienced mountain climbers wearing the sunglasses that have the thing to cover on the side, because you can still have sunrise catch the side of your eye, and also all the snow reflecting at you can really damage your eyes, so you really got to watch out with your eyesight here. You can get snow blindness. So that's another innovation that popped up in the past 150 years? No, a little bit less. 70, 80 years is sunglasses. So, digestive system, there's a loss of appetite up here. Interesting. Decreased brain activity. Oh. Excuse me. The maximum endurance performance decreases with altitude. Percentage of physical capacity. Mont Blanc is at 70%. Everest is at 30%. Oh my. Wow. To us, this calls meats. Wow. These are views. All right. Let's see if we can spot other countries. Look at this. Oh, God.
Es que sabes qué pasa, estoy a 3.800 de altura, estoy súper alta, porque vuelan los aviones.
Chamonix, right down there. Other towns all the way around here, but that's the valley.
Mira, mira, es que mira cómo se ven las nubes, mira.
Scattering of clouds in
Allá
the
abajo está la
distance.
ciudad, el pueblo, y mira las nubes.
Chamonix is a small town, only 10,000 people live there.
Aquí es increíble. Mira, eso de ahí, este de aquí, ese es el Mont Blanc.
Vamos a mandarlo a los riscos, Ana.
Este es el Mont Blanc. Este. ¿Le ves?
So I think down there we're seeing Lac Bleu. So you see a small lake. It's a very kind of strong turquoise. I think that might be Lac Bleu, which is a small glacier lake. This is because this is another glacier here. There's a photo here.
Este brazo y uno el otro.
No, yo soltaba este.
No, pero tú mira, mira eso.
Wow.
Da voy tú. Sí, pero yo se me la faccia, no el ángulo.
Right there is the other side, the beautiful terrace. We can see that the geological conditions here is perfect for this type of structure. I don't know too much of the engineering behind it, or I don't know too much about civil engineering, but what I can make an educated guess is that this is very hard rock. The fact that it actually juts out is actually easier for cable cars to be stationed, because if you had a more even playing field, I think it'll be a bit harder. You need like a very steep cliff in order to get a cable car up here. Otherwise, I assume if the cliff is so steep, you can use an elevator, but that hasn't been invented yet. Who knows, maybe one day there'll be an elevator that cuts through all the way down into a tunnel, and you can access the tunnel from the town. Who knows?
Pendant cette période d'affluence, nous vous conseillons, une fois votre visite terminée, de redescendre sans trop tarder. To avoid waiting for your return to Chamonix during the peak season, once you have finished your visit at the Aiguille, we advise you go down to Chamonix as soon as possible.
That's so cool. Okay, let's try this out. No, it doesn't work with the multipass. It doesn't work with the multipass, unfortunately. You need an actual ticket.
No me importa, ¿no? Es ahí donde está el balcón. Vamos
Alright, let's go back downstairs. To the room of anxiety, that's what I call it. Now we're going through tunnels, bored in through the needles. Wow. Amazing. Here's the elevator to go up. It's a long wait, so watch my other live video to see the views from up top. It's called Up Close and Personal with Mont Blanc. It's a long wait. Up there you also see Step Into the Void. Check out my short video for that on Instagram and TikTok. Oh, here's a little museum exhibition. That's cool.
Ah oui.
Oh my god. People tightrope up here. Wow. Look at that. Will you do that? Let me know. That's how small the rope is. Oh my god. And base jumping, wow. Ha, that's crazy. Oh my god. That makes me feel lightheaded. Whew. I'll show you how the entire complex looks like. Excusez-moi. So here's the entire complex. We're right here right now. We can go up top using the elevator. Elevator is very easy to take. The longer you wait throughout the day, the longer the line is going to be. Panoramic Mont Blanc, we're going to see that right now. And we walk all through here. So let's go to Panoramic Mont Blanc. Lots of people here. Right now it's about 12 noon. A little bit, maybe a little bit more, 1 p.m. See exactly what time it is. Oh no, I've overestimated. Time here slows down in a good way. You end up feel like you're seeing so much in a short time. It's only 11:08 a.m. I came up here about 9:30 a.m. For some reason, I feel more lightheaded inside the tunnels than I do outside. If any doctor experts are viewing these videos, do let me know why that might be the case.
I saw him in the car. He was just pressing the button.
Here's all the hiking routes one could take, and you're going to see why they're announcing this. Because right here.
Cool. Have a good one.
Sei andati con i ramponi? Hai visto? Quei ramponi, quei ramponcini che sono.
So here we have the tour of the panoramic gondola that goes between Italy and France, which we saw earlier. Here's the map. Goes to Point Helbrunno, and the multipass is not valid, so you have to buy separate tickets, which is about €32. Not too bad. Highly recommended. Cloudy day. It's going to be a bit nerve-wracking. I would recommend coming with a friend or someone else. Doing this solo, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but still a blast. beautiful machinery right there. This is a huge, long cable car gondola. It's among the longest gondolas in the world, but it's the longest gondola in the world without supports. That goes on without supports. So there's a weird interchange down there. It's hard to see with the 360 video, but all the way down there, you can find photos online. The reason, there's a stop point right here on this ridge. But then, as you go from this ridge all the way to Italy, and those mountains are Italy over there, and then Switzerland somewhere around there. Once you pass that ridge over to the point in Italy, it's very long way. You're going above a huge glacier, a huge valley that maybe a few millennia ago, maybe tens of thousands of years ago, could have been livable, potentially, because there was no glacier all the way back then. So, since it's such a huge distance, they couldn't build supports on the valley. So what do? They built like this weird interchange that is kind of like a support without having a tower put into the glacier, which they couldn't do. So it's the longest gondola without any support. And here we see it arriving right now. Wow, so cool. And we're back to square one.